Assalamu alaikum gentlemen cadets. Today we are going to start our new topic, errors and uncertainties. Gentlemen cadets, when we are going to measure the physical quantities, there is a little bit errors or uncertainties or imprecise values or uncertain values occurs in our results. So basically, to eliminate these type of errors and uncertainties is too much difficult to accurate and obtain 100% results. Gentlemen cadets, basically why errors are occurs? These are the reasons due to which errors or uncertainties or imprecise values are takes place in our results are measuring physical quantities. Number one, negligence or inexperience of a person. Gentlemen cadets, if measuring person or a person who calculate the values of physical quantities or measure the physical quantities is not an experienced person or inexperienced person, he does not calculate the exact values due to its competency and experience. Number second, faulty apparatus. If when we are going to measure or perform a practical in physics lab or in chemistry lab or in biological lab, if we are going to use some faulty apparatus, the values in calculation must be imprecise or uncertain. Due to faulty apparatus means apparatus we are going to use are not up to our practical standards, are not perfectly correct. Number third, inappropriate method or techniques. During practical or during the measurement of any physical quantities, some rules or regulations are applied to measure these physical quantities. For example, when we are measure some gas pressures in our lab, chemistry lab or in physics lab, we must have some rules and regulation. For example, it must be a 32 degree of centigrade standard temperature and pressure, we measure it. If these we do not follow these rules, we not taking a perfect calculated result. So imprecise or inaccurate or uncertain values are occurs due to these three reasons. Number one, negligence or inexperience of person. Faulty apparatus. Number third, inappropriate method or techniques. Gentlemen cadets, now we are moving towards how many types of uncertainties or errors are take place during the measurement of physical quantities. Basically, there are two types of errors. Number one, random error. Number two, systematic error. First of all, we are going to discuss about random error. After that, we discuss about the systematic error. What is the random error? Random error occur when repeated measurements of the quantity gives different values under the same condition. For example, gentlemen cadets, when we are going to calculate any physical quantity, for example, we calculate a length of any substance, a length of any rod or any wooden rod or any iron rod, we measure again and again under the same physical environment under the same standard temperature and pressure, but the values again and again will not be the same. Values are different. First time when we are going to measure the same rod, for example, first measurement when we are measured, that measurement will be a 2 centimeter, and second reading measurement will be a 2.3 centimeter, for example, and third measurement the reading will be a 2.5 centimeter. So this again measurements of the physical quantities gives an error, gives a different values or uncertainties. So the question arises, how we manage or reduce this type of random errors. Gentlemen cadets, if we are going to measure any physical quantities again and again, and the result of these measuring quantities is difficult or change again and again, you must take an average value of the readings. When you obtain an average value of the reading, the random errors are reduced or values are some extent to a precise. The second one is known as systematic error. What is systematic error? An effect that influence all measurements of particular quantity equally. It produces consistent difference in reading. It occurs due to some definite rules. It means when we are going to obtain or measure some physical quantities again and again, and the quantities of measurements are not same, so calculating value must be an imprecise or uncertain values. So how systematic errors occur? As we already know that random error occur due to measurements of the same physical quantities, but systematic error is occur due to the inappropriate or non-calibrated instruments. For example, when we are going to measure some practical quantities in practical physics lab, we are using vernier caliper, we are using micrometer screw gauge, we are using ampere meter, we are using galvanometer, we are using voltmeter, we are using potentiometer, we are using avometer, we are using whetstone bridge, we are using some other instrument in our physical lab. So these instruments are not calibrated, means these instruments are not correct for their performance. So how systematic error can be reduced? Only one technique is applied to reduce the systematic error. Which technique is that? You must compare 2 or 3 instruments with one another and see which is accurate for measuring the physical quantities. If in physical level there are 3 micrometer screw gauge, you compare all these 3 micrometer screw gauge and consider which one of them is correct. If you are using that this instrument is correct, you use it for reducing the systematic error. I think you are understand. Thank you.